pockets smoke this steam. Silence it, oh, you got me. They say they chill. Niggas told they took their tails cause they be scared. They be scared.
The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years. Ranked matchup. Massive upset. Even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the Clemson Tigers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this is obviously a huge matchup. With the 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been warning his team all week at practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this game and keep the streak alive. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The Gamecocks offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, the last time these two old foes met, it finished in a one-possession game.
And it's so much fun. There's so much hype. They don't like each other. The rivalry really, really matters. And, Jesse, when it's closer games, it's even more fun, like the last throwdown they had. Expect more of that today.
Yeah, you just know this game is going to be emotional. And I think a big part of it is which of these two teams can handle that emotion. I agree. I think we're expecting this.
Snags it, and he's open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Sellers. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. To the end zone and is picked off.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's loose at the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
they just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Sells the run, wants to pass. Short pass. Touchdown, Tigers. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Henderson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Right side, it's Tuggle. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. And the Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the run, it's Henderson. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Pass to 6. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Sellers. Complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
And the Gamecocks will go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. He got it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal of where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. From the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll go to the counter. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Clouds is way ahead. Can't get him to the ground. Turning it on. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Out wide right, it's Brown. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. That last completion sets him up on second down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Right side, it's Brown. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. The trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos. A silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state. And bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Second down to the air. Out wide right, it's Burrows. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback keep. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. On the draw, it's Smith. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They'll run the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They get him on the ground. Boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Drives inside. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, it's Smith. There he goes. Crosses midfield. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play, that will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they...
There he goes to the right. At the 30. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed, and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. Coming out with it, it's Mason. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds across the 15 and the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On play action. Under pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Looking for room, it's Henderson. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The offense set for a first down play. The run inside. It's Henderson.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down. And what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Sellers from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Motion from the wideout. Changing the routes with his receivers. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. To the air, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They don't need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Left side is Smith.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The Gamecocks been the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That brings them to within 1.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Throwing Sellers. Fires to the middle. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think.
Looking for a big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Bailey. Looking deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's the home squad engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Hey, guys, checking in with the Tigers head coach. They have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Okay, Holly. They give it back to him. Taken down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter, finding themselves playing from behind. Here's Sellers to throw. Right side, it's Henderson. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside, it's Henderson. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just going to keep it after the snap. coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Sellers. Quick catch. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Making the adjustment. Right at the line. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quarterback will keep it. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo here, too. Now that you just picked up that first down, don't let the defense sub. A lot of these guys now have been on the field for a little while. See if you can catch them off guard here and try and take advantage of how tired they are.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Got an alley. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got a little space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Run in the red zone, it's Payne. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Quick give. It's Payne. Looking for a crease. Here's a little room there. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Gamecocks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Henderson. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Holly, what do you have?
Hey, guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, their running back is making a little rushing touchdown put him at the top of school history for the season. Guys are fired up, making sure he gets the game ball right there. He's trying to get his helmet back on and get ready to run back out there and make even more history here today. But guys are very aware that he's doing something special out on the field. Guys?
Okay, Holly. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing Sellers. Moving out to the right. He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. South Carolina starting to feel a little cocky, and why not, as they stretch the lead on Clemson.
They're cocky, and they should be the way they're dominating this game on both sides of the ball. They are bringing it to Clemson.
And South Carolina's fan base is one of the best in the country, and they are jacked out of their mind right now to be putting it on their in-state rival.
The Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. Back's got it on the screen. He breaks a tackle. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Trying to squeak through the pile. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Smith's got it. Gets away from one, finds some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Finds a tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fighting for it, it's Wesco. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Unleashes one. They find Wesco open on the right. Turning it on. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And he gets it away.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Got it in the middle. It's Moore. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. DB's right up on the receivers. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's changing the play. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking long. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing, when they bring pressure.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Clemson jumps to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They'll wrap him up, and he is stopped well short of the first down marker. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline, the guys on the sideline are really talking about what's at stake right now. We know these 2 top 15 teams have an opportunity to get to the college football playoff late in the season, but right now is their opportunity to make some noise. Everybody's amped up, a lot of excitement and momentum. We'll see if they're able to finish out this game strong. I'll keep you posted on how they're doing down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Sellers. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the beatdown has ensued. for their 6th straight win.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Back to pass. It's Sellers. Gets away from one. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so is the 2-point conversion attempt. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives.
Runs through a man. He might have space. The 50. The 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Clemson. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Throwing, Sellers. Out wide left, it's James. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Gamecocks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Straight ahead, it's Henderson. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Henderson. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here's Sellers to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On the return, they bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Anytime South Carolina takes down Clemson, as it just did in this rivalry game, you can expect them to get a little bit cocky, and they deserve it. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You